Imagine for a moment that there is a version of you living in a parallel reality, silently observing every choice you make and every path you follow. What if this alternate you, existing in a different timeline, attempts to communicate by sending subtle signs? The notion of parallel realities might seem like science fiction, yet quantum physics reveals that the reality we experience is merely one among infinite possibilities. Every decision you take and every thought that flits through your mind potentially aligns you with one of these endless realities. Each version of you exists, some living extraordinary lives, others facing unforeseen challenges, yet all share a deep, invisible connection. But what if you could deliberately tune in to these alternative versions? What might they say, and what wisdom could they share? Understanding these parallel realities is not just an intellectual curiosity, but a pathway to self-knowledge and spiritual growth. As you begin to explore this connection, new perspectives on your life, choices, and potential naturally unfold. Connecting with your parallel selves can serve as a powerful tool for personal development, much like tapping into the collective wisdom of a version of you that may have already overcome the challenges you face today, or learning from a self that lives in complete harmony with the universe and expresses a higher version of your potential. Each of these versions offers something unique, a perspective, a lesson, or even a direction. As you start to energetically align with them, you not only transform your own reality, but also awaken to a field of infinite possibilities. Today, you will discover the signs that your parallel self might be sending and learn how to communicate with it. We embark on a deep, transformative journey, where the knowledge of parallel realities could unlock a more conscious, abundant life, aligned with your true purpose. Parallel realities represent a fascinating concept. From a spiritual viewpoint, they suggest that the universe comprises infinite, coexisting dimensions, each housing different versions of ourselves, living lives that mirror the boundless possibilities our choices, thoughts, and energies can create. It is believed that these multiple realities emerge through universal consciousness, where every thought and intention spawns a new branch of the universe, forming a reality in which a version of us experiences a distinct story. In some realities, we may be living the life we desire, while in others, we confront different challenges, all shaped by the vibrations and choices we emit at various moments. Quantum physics, on the other hand, offers a complementary view. The concept of quantum superposition indicates that subatomic particles, and by extension, reality itself, can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This suggests that, on a fundamental level, all possible realities already coexist, and our consciousness collapses these possibilities through its decisions and energies into a single experienced reality. Thus, the existence of multiple versions of ourselves in different realities is not merely an esoteric theory, but an idea resonating in both spiritual and scientific realms. Each version of ourselves represents a fragment of our infinite potential, living realities that, though separated by thin frequency barriers, remain deeply interconnected by the consciousness that creates them. These distinct versions are not isolated, rather, they may be constantly attempting to communicate with us, sending signs and messages to guide our paths and decisions. But how do we recognize these signs? How do we know if a version of ourselves in another reality is reaching out? Let's explore the most common signals of this connection. Have you ever felt that something, at a particular moment, seems strangely familiar, as if you have lived that experience before? This sensation, often known as déjà vu, might be far more than a mere trick of the mind. In many cases, déjà vu can indicate that you are tuned into a parallel version of yourself. It's as if, for a brief moment, the barriers between realities dissolve, allowing you to glimpse a life already lived by another you. Beyond déjà vu, synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem too perfectly timed to be accidental, can serve as clear indicators that a parallel version is trying to communicate. When you repeatedly encounter the same numbers, symbols, or events, it may signal that something greater is at work. These synchronicities remind you that parallel realities are interconnected in ways we do not always consciously perceive, almost as if another version of you is guiding your steps through these coincidences. For instance, imagine contemplating a career change and suddenly noticing the same symbol, a logo, or specific word, repeatedly on ads, social media, or even in casual conversation. This repetition might be a subtle nudge from a version of you in a reality where this change has already occurred, urging you to pay attention to the signs and consider their meaning. Another channel of communication is through dreams. Dreams are portals to our subconscious, and at times, windows into other realities. Particularly vivid dreams that feel intensely real and leave a lasting impression might be manifestations of experiences from parallel versions of yourself. When you dream of a life that seems different, yet oddly familiar, or meet people you don't recall in waking life, you may be accessing memories or experiences from another version of you. Lucid dreaming, where you become aware that you're dreaming and can even influence the dream, offers a powerful means to connect directly with other realities and explore alternative versions of yourself. The key lies in noticing the details of these dreams, the settings, the people, and the emotions, all of which may carry messages that guide your choices or highlight aspects of your life needing attention. For example, if you continuously dream of a scenario where you live the life you long for but have not yet achieved, it could suggest that such a reality already exists in another dimension and is within reach. Interpreting these dreams requires introspection and, often, meditation upon waking to capture the essence of what was experienced. Another sign occurs in moments when you feel out of place, as if the reality around you doesn't quite fit. This sensation, often described as feeling out of time or space, can indicate that you are momentarily tuned into a parallel version of yourself. Such disconnection from the present may occur suddenly, when you don't fully recognize your surroundings or sense that you should be elsewhere. Though sometimes disconcerting, these experiences may reveal that overlapping realities are at play and that your consciousness is adjusting to varying frequencies. For example, you might be in a familiar setting, yet suddenly sense that something is amiss, as if experiencing a brief lapse between realities. This feeling can be a subtle message from a parallel version of you, suggesting you reflect on where you are and where you might be if you had taken a different path or made another decision. Intuition, our inner guiding voice that directs us towards something without an obvious reason, is another unmistakable sign. What if these strong intuitive feelings are actually communications from a parallel version of you, urging you toward the right path? Such intuitions can arise as a compelling need to act, even when the reasons are not fully clear, almost as if a part of you in another reality, where the choice is already made, is sending you a message to take action. Furthermore, sudden changes in behavior, when you begin acting differently without a clear explanation, can indicate that a parallel version of you has influenced your current reality. You might find yourself adopting new habits, interests, or changes in routine without understanding their origin. This can reflect a deeper connection with a version of you that has already integrated these behaviors and is now projecting that energy into your life. When you start noticing these signs of communication between your parallel selves, the next natural step is to learn how to align your energy so that this connection becomes clearer and more powerful. Vibrational attunement is a daily practice that can bring you closer to these alternative versions and help integrate their lessons into your current life. Everything in the universe is energy, vibrating at different frequencies. Every thought, emotion, and action emits a specific vibration that resonates with certain realities. When we speak of parallel realities, we refer to distinct vibrational states coexisting simultaneously. For example, the version of you that lives a life of abundance and inner peace vibrates at a higher frequency that naturally attracts those experiences. It is essential to understand that vibrational frequency isn't fixed. It can be raised or lowered based on the quality of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Basic techniques to elevate your vibration include practicing gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion. As you cultivate these feelings, you raise your frequency, drawing you closer to versions of yourself that already exist in more harmonious states. For instance, daily gratitude can tune your energy to a reality where abundance flows naturally, transforming how you experience your current life and bringing you nearer to the version of you already living in fullness. Raising your vibration is an ongoing process, and consistency is key to maintaining alignment with your parallel selves. Incorporating daily routines that sustain a high frequency, such as meditation, physical exercise, mindful eating, and the conscious choice of words and thoughts, is fundamental. Meditation not only soothes the mind, but also clears away negative frequencies that might block connections with your higher self. Likewise, a diet rich in natural, nutritious foods supports physical and mental well-being by creating a more receptive energy field. The intention behind these practices is equally important. It is not enough to follow a routine mechanically. You must bring a conscious intention to align your energy with the version of you you wish to manifest. Every habit you adopt should be viewed as a step toward this desired reality, a bridge connecting your present to your highest potential. In this process, meditation becomes a powerful tool, allowing you to enter altered states of consciousness, where the boundaries between different realities become thinner. If you wish to manifest more peace and harmony, you can visualize yourself in a serene environment during meditation, fully absorbing the sensation as if you were already living that reality. Over time, this practice will help align your vibration with that higher version of you, making the experience ever more tangible in your daily life. None of these practices will be fully effective without a deep level of perception and awareness. It is essential to consciously observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to ensure they resonate with the frequency you wish to emit. Self-awareness helps you identify negative patterns that may be keeping you stuck in an undesired reality. That is why it is so important to practice self-observation, taking a few minutes each day to reflect on your feelings and the dominant thoughts in your mind. Ask yourself if these thoughts and emotions align with the version of you you want to become. If they do not, make conscious adjustments to replace negative patterns with positive ones. Through this attunement, you begin to perceive signs and messages emerging from a deep, familiar, yet mysterious source. Interpreting these messages requires a blend of self-awareness, intuition, and practice. When you encounter signs from your parallel selves, your initial reaction might be doubt or confusion. These signs can manifest in many forms: a recurring dream, a persistent sense of déjà vu, synchronicities that defy logic, or sudden intuitive insights. The key to interpreting them lies in the practice of mindful observation and trusting your inner voice. Start by recognizing and validating these experiences. Don't ignore or dismiss what might seem like a mere coincidence or an unusual dream. Instead, write them down, reflect on them, and observe any patterns that emerge over time. For example, if you repeatedly dream of a specific place or person, it might indicate that a version of you in another reality is attempting to guide you to a similar experience in your current life. You can also use meditation to delve deeper into these signs, focusing on the message received and allowing your intuition to reveal its meaning. Intuition plays a crucial role in this process. Often, the message may not be immediately clear, but your inner voice can provide valuable insight into its true meaning. Trust that inner guidance and the feelings that come with these experiences. If something resonates deeply with you, you are likely on the correct path to interpreting that message. After you have interpreted the signs, the next step is to integrate the lessons learned into your everyday life. This integration need not be immediate. It can happen gradually as you become more aware of the necessary changes. Applying the messages received from your parallel self means remaining open to new ways of acting, thinking, and feeling. If a parallel version of you is guiding you toward a specific path, consider how you might adapt that advice to your current reality. For instance, if you feel a strong intuition to change careers, even if it seems daunting, it could be the push you need to align your life with your higher purpose. Another practical example might be a persistent urge to explore a new hobby or skill. This feeling could be a message from a version of you that has already mastered that skill and is experiencing great fulfillment from it. By following this guidance, you not only expand your abilities but also forge a deeper connection with that parallel version of yourself. The importance of integrating these messages lies in how they create a more authentic and aligned life. Every small adjustment and decision based on these insights brings you closer to the ideal version of yourself that already exists in another reality. Aligning with your parallel selves and applying their messages in your daily life is a path of personal and spiritual growth. Every new understanding, every change in behavior, and every decision made from these insights propels you toward a higher version of yourself. This alignment not only accelerates your personal growth, but also expands your consciousness beyond previous limits. You begin to realize that your current reality is just one of many, and you hold the power to choose which one to live in based on the frequencies you emit and the choices you make. With each step, new doors open, revealing deeper layers of your true essence. Aligning with your parallel selves not only guides you to a fuller life, but also connects you more intimately with the unity of the universe, where all versions of you coexist in harmony. Through this integration, you are not merely shaping your reality, you are evolving as a being, opening yourself to infinite possibilities for growth and fulfillment. Thank you for embarking on this journey with me. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they too can benefit from this message, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Thanks again for watching.